Hi, everybody. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia, up here in Canada. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you do. There is a link below for that. But also, if you are on my Facebook group, make sure that you give StreamYard the permission to use your name, because then that way I know that it's you that's making the comments. But if you're on my group, I'll see your names. I don't know how that works, but there's something, I don't know. It doesn't matter. In any event, welcome. It is Wednesday afternoon here in British Columbia, and it is my mystery challenge. I used to do a mystery challenge where I used to do it with measurements, tell you where to put different things and all that sort of stuff, but I missed doing an awful lot of this stamping myself. So I had switched this up probably about 3-4 months ago. And the mystery challenge this way is where I give you three clues, and I ask that you make a card with that. I also go through and I make a card with those as well. Now, the clues happen to be neutral colored cardstock, two different types of neutral colored cardstock, and also florals. A little bit different today. It's something that I don't usually use colors a lot in my mystery challenges, which might be a thing to do, is to use some colors, because that might be interesting to do as well. But in any event, it's our Mystery Wednesday, so I'm going to get on going. I'm going to talk about a few things to begin with, and then we'll go from there. So, a very exciting day today for us as demonstrators. We get to order from the pre-order from the Christmas or the J to D mini catalog, and also Celebration we get to cash in on. So that's really a fun sort of thing to be able to do. Now, what I really wanted to focus on today, not only with the clues, but also some adhesives. And sometimes these adhesive sheets don't get used in the way that they can actually be used. You can turn around and you can use these for different things other than just putting your finer dyes onto and then turning around and sticking them onto your cardstock. I'm going to show you a way today how I'm going to use these adhesive sheets in just a tiny bit different way. Like I say, we're going to use neutrals and we're going to use gold, and we're going to use the adhesive sheets. So my card, the neutral colors that I decided to do, I decided to use Very Vanilla and Black. I love these two together, along with, I love to put gold with it as well. So I wasn't sure, should I do a black base with it or should I do a Very Vanilla base? And what I've done is I've cut out gold in the deckled, with the deckled rectangles. And that's this. Hello. Hi, Ina. Yes, so, and Peggy. So I decided to use the deckled rectangles, and that kind of gives me my frames. I'm finding I'm going more to these than with the stitch rectangles. And I could put it like this with black on it, or I could go with this on the Very Vanilla. So, hello, Lorraine. So I'm not sure exactly. I think I might go with, I'm just wondering what one I should go with. And I think I'm going to go with this, and then I can kind of show you what the variations would be with that as well. So like I say, I have gone ahead and I've cut my gold foil with the deckled rectangles. And then what I did was I cut also a black deckled rectangle, which is a bit, this is the second and third, that second for this one, third with this. And then I went and I cut out the fourth one out of here, and the reason being is because foil, you don't get that much. You can't get that much, so I want to be able to go there with that. I'm wondering if I should go the other route. You know what, let me go the other route and then I can show you this one. So I'm going to go with the gold. So this is a 5.5 by 8.5 inch thing. I'm just going to fold it. I scored it at 1/4, and I'm going to fold it into the mountain there. And I've got a piece to go on the inside as well. I have gold frame to go there, and then I've also got this. So let's do that, because what I did was I just cut out the alternate colors on here. I think both of them will work. I've done this color combination many times together. It's just something my mom used to use an awful lot. Obviously, must have been doing an awful lot of thinking of my mom recently, because this is definitely her type of style of things. Right. And then I'm going to go ahead and, ooh, I could go white or I could go black. I think I'm going to go with the white one. I mean, the very vanilla one. Ooh, I don't know. I'll show you what I'm going to do. And then at that point, I guess we could go ahead and check it out. So these designer tags are amazing. I don't know if you've seen this in the book or not, but I love tags anyways. So what I'm using is I'm using this particular one, and I'm going to use this one as well. And this is where my floral is going to come in. This one's really kind of cool. It cuts out, see where it cuts it out there. And you could also put the butterfly in there. You could put this sprig in there. And then you can also do ones with layering with this particular one. I should put this on magnets. You could either do the tag like that, or you could also put this in there, and that gives you kind of a textured tag as well. Really kind of cool, all the different options that you've got with these tags. All right. So I've gone ahead and I've got this. Let me see, I'm not sure which way I want to go. I should have been more, should have figured out more what I wanted to do. See, what I could do is I can go with this on here, like this, or I can go with this with the black on there. So let me just show you how easily this is to be cut out. So I just have a piece of basic black. I'm going to go ahead, put this frame on there, and then I'm just going to put this inlay. And like I say, this is where that mystery, that floral part comes in. So let's go like this. And I'm going to come in with my mini cut and emboss. This should go through there. I'm hoping it goes through there. There we go. Yeah, it'll go through. And like I say, this is really so nice, this frame. So when I originally thought of these clues, when I went to neutral colored cardstock and florals, I instantly thought of Abigail Rosa, the cottage rose, is it called? Anyways, that's the one I thought of that you could do with this, because even in the designer series paper, it has the crumb cake and the very vanilla in there. And also, I think there's also early espresso in there as well. All right, so this is what I'll show you when this comes out. Just take that off. So when this comes out really quite easily. And then it's just like that. So from here, this is when we're going to make a decision, and we're going to make that decision now before I carry on anymore. All right, so do we want to go with it like this, like that, because it's not quite finished, or do we want to go with it like that? Let me know what you think. Yeah, I know. You know me, I'll always come up with something else that we haven't got. So should I go with the black with this, or should I go with the very vanilla with the black tag? So just, if you can, in the comments, put black tag or very vanilla tag. And then we'll go from there. So I'm just waiting to see what you guys are saying. So I've also gone ahead and I decided that what I would do is very vanilla tag, black tag. Okay, very vanilla tag. Okay. You know what? I'm going to end up doing another card with it, with it. So it looks like the very vanilla is winning over. That's okay. I can do a card exactly the same. So this is now where these adhesive sheets come in. Okay, but we got half and half. So I'll probably end up doing both of them. All right, so this is the adhesive sheet. So I've gone ahead and I've cut an adhesive sheet just on the back. So it's going to fit just onto the back of this. So this has perforated. So it's easy to pull off. Whoops, that was not good. That was the side I needed. Well, we can use it. Oops, maybe not. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use the other sheet. So we'll try again. So this is perforated here. So that piece is going to go onto the back of this. So I'm just going to layer it in such a way, and I should have my silicone mat down here. What would I do without my silicone mat? And then I'm going to take this other piece off here, and let's go ahead and layer that right there. Okay, so now it's kind of sticky through there, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to come in with my gold leafing. And like I say, this is another way that we can turn around and use our adhesive sheets. So I've got the sticky part there. I'm just going to go ahead, put it down into my gold leafing. You notice that I always make sure that I have it in a big bucket. And I did have some, there it is. I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to take a sponge. We want to make sure that that gold leafing is all into where that adhesive is. And now what I can do is I can go along and take this part out. So did you think of that use for the adhesive sheets? Oh, well, you know, Peggy, thank you. But I've got to honestly tell you, how I come up with some of these ideas is the most bizarre thing. Because I knew I had to do something with adhesive. And I was going to do something else. And then when I saw these dies, I went, I'm going to do that. And that's where we're coming up with this. So I'm just burnishing that down. I'm just going to put that. Can't save all this gold. So we'll just put that off to the side. All right. So see how that's going to go? And that's the floral part. Whoops. Actually, I didn't even really need to do that, but yeah, I guess I do. All right. So then I thought, well, we need to have something for the saying. So I went and I used my tailored tags. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use black or if I was going to use that. Awesome. Okay. So now this ribbon is in the mini catalog, which I'm so thankful for. I love this gold shimmer ribbon. So we're just going to come in here and we're just going to loop that around. So I'm thinking about like that. Oh my goodness. So we're just going to go like this. You know, I don't sleep that well at night. So guess what I do at night? I come up with some pretty zany ideas, that's for sure. All right. So I wanted to also tie this, and I could not locate, and I know I'm really, really low on it. I could not locate my my elegant essential trim. So I went, and this was only by accident a couple weeks ago. I wanted some of this gold trim there. So I turned around and I still had a piece of it. And I've gone and I've trimmed off the edge. So I'm just going to go and take that. And let's go ahead and put that on there. And that's going to keep the gold in there. Like I say, this mystery challenge is two kinds of the neutral colors, which, like I say, I would have picked Abigail Rose was my thought on there. This is really going to fray, but that's okay too. Let's just pull all that part off. Oh dear, I didn't want to do that. Okay, let's try this. This might be a mistake, but you know, it's worth a try, right? I'm going to have to order some more of that elegant trim. This is really going to fray up, but we're okay with that, right? Just want that pulled in. And I'm going to tie it in a knot. Oh my goodness. The things I do to myself. Okay, let's see how that's going to work. If not, I'm going to have to use another piece. You know what? I'm going to have to use another piece. I'm going to be more careful with it this time. All right, so I have a piece here. And when I cut it, what I did was I used a piece of tape and I held it down to cut it in the strip. Okay, I don't want to use twine on here because it just takes away that fantastic metallic look. I'm going to keep that end of the Scotch tape on there for now. Not watching your comments. I'm deeply intent on this. Right, so let's just tie that again. So you can do this with any of those tags because they have such nice, beautiful, open things that we can put on there. All right, let's get that all off of there. Have to say, I've really done well with that piece of ribbon. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to get that gold leafing off of there. This is going to go on here. This is going to go across here. Now, what I could do is I could put, I should tie that in there. I need to put a sentiment on there. So if I use this black, I am going to have to heat emboss it. So I think the black would be the best. So I'm coming in with my embossing buddy, and guess what? The embossing buddy is available in the new annual, or the new J to D mini catalog. Comes in a fantastic embossing kit. I just love it. Now I'm going to use this Ranunculus Romance. I think this is one of the most versatile stamps, and I think it's one of those ones that you can use over and over and over again. It's awesome. It's eclectic. It basically, you can do an awful lot of things, but I really like this one stamp that says just for you. So I'm just going to put that onto my block here. I'm hoping that block's going to be big enough. I'm going to come in with my Versamark. Boy, what would a card be by Diane if it's not heat embossed, right? I tried not to. I could also do this with the heat and stick and with the gold leafing. However, it's too fine of a sentiment and it is not going to work very well with the gold leafing. So I hope that's straight. It's not bad. Also in that kit with the embossing folder or the embossing buddy is also tweezers, which would be perfect for this. So yeah, that would be pretty cool to have right about now. I have some, but they're not like the old type tweezers. Well, you know what? I can use this. And let's just heat emboss that. So don't forget, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you share my video. You can do it through my Facebook page. You can also share it through my YouTube. I really appreciate it when people do that. There we go. Once it starts, it goes really good, and you don't want to overcook it, that's for sure. All right, so let's start putting this together. Now, if I want, I could go ahead and put that up, but I think I'm going to pop this part up. So let's just go. And this decal, it's very, very subtle, the decal. It just adds a tiny bit of interest to the rectangles. So we're just going to stick that in the middle. So thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and stick that up. Some dimensionals. I'm sticking this onto black, so I'm going to use a black dimensionals. Now see, I didn't use the double, the adhesive sheets. I didn't use both sides of it. Now, one thing we want to do is we don't want to put a dimensional anywhere on the ribbon because it'll make it flop. All right, so let's just come in with our Take Your Pick tool. It's funny, when I was thinking about this, I was going to do something else, but I think what I'm going to be able to do is do this tomorrow in my Now What series is the other idea I had. So we'll see how that pans out. All right, so this is like that. So this is just going to go across here. And I'm going to put a dimensional on this side. And you notice I didn't want that tag hole to be there. So I'm going in with my dimensional. I'm covering it up that way. And then I'm also going to turn around and I'm going to put an embellishment on there too. So this is just going to go there. Just like that. And then for the embellishments, I thought I could use these brushed metallic ones now that we don't have those. What gems were they that I really enjoyed using? All right, so let's go there, one here. And then I said I was going to put something there, but I don't think I need to. Don't really see it. It'd be top heavy if I do it that way. And then one down there. We need to put something on the inside. And I want to show you this, how this would look. Think of it this way, with the gold on here, behind here, and then on there. Like, it would look really pretty as well. But this is it's kind of elegant, that's for sure. I say this is typical my mom card. All right, so I'm going to put this on the inside. Now, how can we decorate the inside of this card? Do you know, what I could do is I could come in and I could take that rose. I could actually cut out a rose and have it go over the black. And I think that's what we're actually going to do. So I'm thinking this is going to be too big to go through my baby cut and emboss. But see, I can put this right in here as well. Or I could put it off to this side. So maybe I'll put it off to this side. I know it's not going to go through my cut and emboss. I'm just going to run it through my big one. And we'll see how this looks. I'm not sure how it's going to look. Notice how I flick that out sometimes. Takes less time than doing it the other way. Now tell me how you think this should look. Do you think that'll look good? It'll work. It'll work. And then if I want to put a sentiment in here, I can put it in black. Yeah, I'm good with that. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Well, thank you. So this is my mystery challenge. Don't forget, it's June the 1st. I've got to go and I will announce the winners for the stamp sets. If you live out of Canada, I can send you a tutorial. So if you, for every submission that you put in, oh, I didn't put any glue there. For every submission, I give you a draw, and I draw names for, like I say, for a stamp set if you live in Canada, and that's only due to Stampin' Up regulations. And if you're out of country, I can give you a tutorial, and it's a 30-bit tutorial. So there you go. It doesn't, oh, it's kind of hard to see that, isn't it? Wow. Awesome. So, like I say, we're going to be getting an embossing buddy with a really neat kit. It'll have tweezers. It's got a brush in it. It's got the embossing tray, which is something that we had years and years and years ago. We used this adhesive sheets in a totally different way than we've ever used in the past, or that I've used in the past. And I also turned around, and I'll show you the other stuff that I used. I used my tailor-made tags. I used the ranunculus for that one stamp set. And of course, these designer tags. I think this is the thing that steals the show, right? Is these designer tags with the gold inlay there. You could do it with a butterfly inlay. You could do it with a lot of different things. You could even turn around and we could take a punch. If you had a different punch, you could do different things with it. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed that. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to, and I just bring this down. Tomorrow, it's part of my Now What series. That's where I take something that is actually in the annual catalog or the J to J mini catalog that is retiring, and I show you a use for it. I might show you something that you've thought of using for it, something that you haven't, but that'll be at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And then on Saturday, I might be doing my sketch challenge just a bit early because I have a day-long training program going that day. Anyways, you guys, don't forget, put in your submissions with 2 neutral colors and a floral, and I'm dying to see what you're going to do. Remember to create, because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.